It's monsoon season here at Adawehi. I'm kind of soaked to the skin, but the show must go on. We need to give you an exercise to help you feel in your body that sensation of the energy that we're meditating on this week. This week it happens to be healing. I could talk about healing for a long time, but I'm going to try and give you the simplest version I can. It involves using a concept from Tai Chi, which is the most being of the martial arts as opposed to doing. And you're going to see that that has a lot to do with things here. When you're trying to really feel the energy of healing, you have to first master this Chinese concept called Song. And I've talked about it before. It's about being released. I don't say relaxed, because it's a little different than that. It's about released. Any sort of striving, any sort of trying, any sort of tension that you're holding on to must be released. You have to get to that place before healing can occur. So I'm going to get my training partner out here, and we're going to do a very simple version of push hands. Some of you who know martial arts or have seen some of our videos before know that this push hands thing starts with your hands like this, and you put your hands up. We would do this. You've seen that sort of push hands. This is a much simpler version. The object is you press on one person and they press on you, and you're trying to get them to move their feet. Now, the way you go about this is that you have to push without pushing. Because as soon as I try and push, that gives some sort of striving in here for her to push against. I can be pushed out of my space if I am trying. So I have to get to the place where everything that comes up, every thought, every feeling, every you should do this, or oh my God, this is happening, or try that, or try this, goes away. You just keep breathing and breathing and releasing and releasing, and when you are more released than the other person, you can push them out of their space. Now, I say released because sometimes Song is translated as relax, and I think that confuses people. If I tell Jen to be just a rock, just a solid rock, not doing anything, just sitting there being anchored, I can easily push her out of her space. If I tell her the other thing, just be loose and floaty and a feather on the wind, you would think, well, that's really relaxed. That's super relaxed. But it's not the same thing as released, because if you have a picture in your mind, I'm trying to be a feather, I can push you right out of your space. As long as there's striving or trying, you are not released.
There is no try.
Exactly. So, we're going to get to the place where every thought, every feeling, everything that comes up, I just let it go. Now, this doesn't mean that I stop pushing. If I just sit here and don't do anything, no, she's not going to move. So I have to try and move her without trying to move her. That's the secret. I'm just being in movement. And anything other than that comes up, I release. Breathe it out. Breathe it out. Breathe it out. She's much harder to move now. She's starting to get the trick. There we go. Why? Why did I move you all of a sudden?
Because I started to try.
You started trying. Thank you, Jim. That's all I need for right now. This is the secret of healing. If you are really tense, if there's some part of your body that the energy's not flowing through, either because there was a trauma to it, or you stuffed an anger or a fear or some emotion into it, it's going to get sick. You're going to have a physical ailment because of that blocked energy. So somebody needs to move that energy, but you can't move it by trying to move it, or else you're more tense than the stuck place. Do you understand that? You have to be more released than the stuck place, and then you can move it out. That's the secret of healing. You take 2 fingers, you find a spot in your body that needs it, a headache spot. You dig around till you find the epicenter of all the pain. And then you don't stop pressing, but you stop trying to press. You breathe out any thought, any feeling, any tension, any striving around it. And as soon as you are more released than that tight spot, it will move out. That's the real secret of healing. When it boils down to its most basic, you are trying to move a stuck piece of energy in your body or in another person's body, and you do it by moving it without trying to move it. How do you do that? You find the spot, just dig around, ask somebody, where are you tight, where are you sore? And they'll be like, oh, I got some tendonitis or something, tennis elbow, this really hurts in here. Well, you just dig around till you find like the epicenter where they go, and you find that spot and you hold it, and then you start releasing. Not relaxing, releasing. You get less tense than that spot, and it'll move. Now, that doesn't mean you stop pressing. This is where most people go, well, I can be really released. I just won't put any effort in it. Well, if you're just slopping your hand up there and there's no intent, then it's not going to do anything. You have to have the intent to move it without trying to move it. And I know that sounds like a paradox, but it's not. The secret is everything that comes up, you release it. Every thought, every feeling, you just keep releasing and releasing and releasing until you are more released than the stuck spot, and then poof, it'll move. And they'll be like, oh my God, that's wonderful. I can move my arm again. Where did the pain go? Well, you moved it out. How did you move it out? By moving it without trying to move it. You were more sung, more released than the stuck energy, and it moved. That's the secret of healing. You can try it at home. Try it with a partner. It really works at first because you get that feedback of them saying, yeah, here's where it hurts. And you can practice at home. Just put your hand against the wall and try pushing without pushing. Keep pressure on there, but stop trying to put pressure on there. It's a weird sensation, but you'll get the hang of it. Just keep breathing and releasing, releasing, releasing. When you get more released than the thing you're trying to move, it will move. I hope you find this helpful. If so, you should stay tuned. We have videos here every week. Hit the like button for this video and then subscribe to our channel, and it will be there for you every week. See you then.